Hello. Good afternoon, evening, whatever it might be in your neck of the woods. Right. What are we guessing? What's our gut telling us this is going to be? I might say there is a problem because there's only 2 people that actually know. Only 2 people that know. Crazy. The best kept secret in the Planet Zoo community. Down there. Canines, penguins. Oh, I wish it was. I wish it was penguins. This would be a very quick series. It would be over in 3 animals. 3 we have? King, African, and fairy penguins. Moddy cats. Okay. Interesting. Well, let me get you in here first. So I've been beavering away. I need to fix like some of the clipping, but hey, I'll angle myself here because then it means I can put like the thing in the corner here. Bears. Okay, let me get the image. Add. No, I don't want to add a scene. But add image. Image. Browse. Monkeys? I don't think they have paws, even though the like the lucky things that you can have are called monkey paws. So I guess not. But no, it's not. It's bears. Gonna be bears. And this logo. Everything else and stuff like that. Do you know, I wanted to do a monkey primate thing for absolutely ages. And then I realised that climbing is awful. So I'd binned it off. I was like, no way am I doing that to myself. No way. Jose. Thank you. So what I've gone with here is that I've understood that I'm quite a monotone individual. It's got to be said. My gift shop tells you everything you need to know about my colour palette, really. And that is that I like my browns and my greys and such like that. But this gives me a chance to be more colourful, as it were, you know? You know, I can associate a colour with each bear. We can have, like, this blue could be the polar bear, or, like, I don't know, like this browny colour could be the grizzly bear or the Himalayan brown bear. And obviously we've got 8 bear species. So I actually have quite a lot of... I can put more detail in because there's less of them. Because there's 6 less than there is of the cats, it means, yeah, I can get a bit more detail. So I'm going to be doing some backstage bits. That's kind of what you're seeing here, really, to be honest with you. Like, this is going to be a backstage area. So you'll be able to, like, go up these steps, and then there'll be, like, a staff area back here where they'll be able to service the first bear that's going in here, and then whatever bear potentially goes, like, a bit further around. But it's only a bear zoo. It is, unfortunately. So obviously with the talk of the new DLC, there is talk of the American black bear And it makes sense given that if they're on like a shell team building this like DLC, it's going to be a bit easier to just do. They can use the same shell, you know. They just have to like do the textures for the like American black bear. So I can understand the logic of why people think that it's going to be a black bear. So yeah, who knows? But yeah, this is the first one. So out of the 8, I'm pretty sure you can guess which one this is going to be for. It could only really be for one bear. Actually, maybe 2. But I feel like this is pretty obvious when you're looking at this. The only things I'm not too sure on is like this sloped wall. So I keep changing this, and sometimes I'll like tilt it back again, and now I can't tilt it back to the correct position because I'm a clown. Am I including bears in this? Because they're technically not bears. Are they not? I believe they are. They've got the Ursidae panda. Yeah, they're part of the Ursidae family, so anything listed with Ursidae as their family, they're being put in here. Red pandas. Yeah, red pandas aren't. Red pandas are... Red pandas. Well, obviously. Oh, no, skip this song. Skip this song. If anyone from Spotify is watching this stream, can you please make a function where I can make it so that it auto skips certain songs from playlists? Thank you. Instead of me making the playlist over again. Thank you. That's my PSA. So yeah, I realised that P.A.W.S was a bit of a... It opened up to literally 2 other animals, so it could have been dogs and it could have been bears, because everything else is like otters and stuff, like mustelids. I think I've got P.A.W.S technically. So these I could have had. I'm just click this and it would tell you like all the others, but here we are. I guess it is what it is. What fossers? No, ignore me. Right. So yeah, this is where we're at so far. I am building for the sun bear first, mainly because they're actually the one I don't really like the most. I think all the others look cool, and any that I don't really like I've got remasters for, but I don't think there's a sun bear remaster, which is a bit of a shame. So if we go down the list, I'll tell you any ideas I've currently got for these bears. I've still got some mods I need to like uninstall because I'm probably just not going to get around to use. Use them. There's some other mods that I'm like got installed, but I'm probably not going to use them. This is where I was toying with the idea of doing like a modded cat zoo, but some of them are a bit old and they look awful. As much as I hate to say it. I have mods, yeah. I'm a mod stan. Where is our first bear? Probably already gone past it, know me. Oh, the wombat. I've actually never really built for many of these bears as well. I think the one I built the most for is the Formosan black bear, which I think is the first one we're going to come across. Yeah. These actually hold a special place in my heart. I think they're actually really cool. Admittedly, they're a bit like weird when their mouths used to be hanging open all the time, but they've obviously now fixed that, and they've had the golden variant and whatnot. So I don't really have a plan for these at the moment. Like we said, the Formosans are just sort of... I think they'll take care of themselves in terms of a habitat, you know. There's some of the others I want to sort out. Giant panda. But here's the problem. So from like a realism standpoint, a sanctuary that houses bears wouldn't have a panda, because obviously anyone that owns a panda is like rented from the Chinese government. It's on loan. And the money that they cost sanctuary of this size wouldn't be able to afford. So I'm choosing to ignore that realism aspect. On this one occasion, that's the only thing I'm going to be like absolving. And just saying I don't care for. Grizzly bear. I'm probably going to do the grizzly bear close to last. I'm doing a grizzly bear in Elkhorn at the moment, so I don't want to like do back-to-back grizzly bear habitats, especially when I feel like the one that I'm doing in Elkhorn is actually really freaking cool. So I'm now going to have to come up with a really cool idea for this. But it's going to be like heavily themed anyway, you know. And then Himalayan brown bear. It's been so long since I built for these. Like we're talking 5 years ago. Absolutely crazy how long it's been since I built for these. But I've got the remaster and they look really cool. Look at them. They look cute. Oh yeah, the cod was something I was playing around with the idea of as well for the modded cat one. Again, unfortunately that idea is now dead in the water. What else we got? Any more bears? Polar bears, of course. They're gonna need. So the swing for me. Thing that made me pick bears in the end is the polar bear. I've really wanted to build for this since day one. I've got the remaster mod installed. I've always wanted to build for polar bears, but obviously the biomes that I build in don't really lend themselves that well to polar bears. So this is going to require like a special building just for them. So it's obviously temp regulated and stuff like that. I'm kind of dreading it because I hate doing buildings and interiors, but it is what it is. I've also doing a bit like an interior for the sun bear, so I guess I'm a glutton for punishment. And then next up is... We haven't got many left, to be honest with you. Spectacled bear. Oh, the sloth bear. Haven't built for the sloth bear either. It's actually quite a cool bear, to be fair, so... Here I am, spitting bars like a rapper. Yeah, don't have a plan for these either. The one that I've put the most thought into so far is like the spectacled bear. And that is because, so anyone that doesn't know, is like in the UK, something that was, I don't think it's as big as it used to be. It's sort of had a bit of a revival, is Paddington Bear. Like the one that wears the duffel coat with the red hat. He comes from Peru, which is the only, like, which is a South American country, meaning he must be an Andean bear. So I'm going to call the area that have these Paddington Square Gardens, as like a play on words of Madison Square Gardens in the US. I'm a genius, I know. Please don't all say it in chat at once. It's kind of a gift, actually. And then we got the sun bear, which... Oh, why is it snowing? Yeah, the sun bear, it probably is my least favourite bear. I think that's why I'm doing it first, just so I can get it out of the way. And then that's it. The rest are all just like boars, wolverines, blah, 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 blah. I think that I covered all the bases. Spectacled bear, sloth bear, polar bear, panda, grizzly, Himalayan brown bear, Formosan black bear, and there's an 8th that I'm forgetting, which is really bad at me. Sloth bear. Did I say sloth bear? Maybe. But I'm kind of basing this habitat off of my local zoo. So my local zoo has got sun bears, and it's called the Kingdom of the Sun Bear. And I'm probably going to use that name as like a nod to my local zoo. But it's more... It's like a long building, so you don't have these like foyer areas that you go into. It's literally just a long building, and then you can go in, you walk along, and you've got these like big windows that you walk along, and then the habitat sort of climbs up quite steeply. It's a lot steeper than this, by the way. So this is just like me reining it in so that you can actually see the bears in and amongst the gaps that we've got here. And then you'll be able to like re-exit through here, but we'll also have a path that runs alongside out of the front of the building as well. So it's thought through. I have a plan, but I obviously don't just want to do like your usual flat windows. This is something I'm very much trying to avoid. So that's why I've angled these, but really I'm probably going to... maybe change it. I don't know. I might even try and have them touch the ground as close to the ground as I can. Like get rid of some of this grass, trim it back, put some concrete along here. Because then I maybe want an outdoor aspect of it. Because this doesn't feel that big, this habitat. It's going to come like back here, but... yeah, it's not the biggest habitat, what we said. So I think I might have it like extend a bit around so that it comes onto here as well, but block it off. So it's going to be like a hook shape, basically. Aerially. And then, yeah, you'll have like an outdoor view and bit on this side here with the building in the background. That's the plan. That's the plan. And then I'll try and block off. Because I don't, when you're standing over here, I don't want you to be able to see the windows here. So I'm going to block it off with some stuff. And then they'll come around. Round in this like shallow incline bit. Of local... we'll see. We'll see. I've got like a sketch pad next to me where I've been scribbling out like doodles of how it's going to be laid out. This will obviously get like ripped out once whatever, you know. I've started roughly in the middle of the map, but this is going to be like the perimeter of the map. So whatever goes back here, there's not going to be anything behind it. Everything's going to then be in this general vicinity. But I kind of like the idea of the polar bear habitat being in the middle as like a circular dome. And with the, so here's my thought about the polar bear dome. It's going to be slightly sunken. I don't want it to be this really tall, ugly building. But I kind of want to like blend it into the landscape. If you've ever watched Koala Zoo, if you've seen their... it was quite early on that they built it, but it was like a building that was like quite sunken into the ground, and it was like dome, a very shallow dome. But you couldn't really see it from anywhere in the zoo because of how like low it was in the ground. And I kind of like the idea of that. So you having this... you walk out, and then you walk down a ramp that bends around the building, but like declines as you go down. Then you go into the building, which is then just going to be normal size because it will be sunken down. But I'm thinking too far ahead in the future. I need to get this done first, and then sort of start doing some sort of layout, I reckon. But I've just been playing around. I think the climbing structure is really what I want to be emphasising here more than anything else. I know the rest of this will fall into place with foliage and whatnot, so... I think what I'm going to do now is work out the perimeter. So bring this back wall down so that it's blocking off here. Get the habitat done, then do this building that's going to attach to it. Because I think the building I can make look suited to the habitat rather than making the habitat look suited to the building. Because it's going to be a lot easier with the amount of materials that I'm going to have to build with on the actual indoor portion. I'll make sure I don't delete something stupid. Because there's no doubt something I'm likely to do. Yeah, there it is. The cat's out of the bag. You all know now. I was gonna wait for Frontier to release like the trailer for the new DLC pack, but they seem to be sitting on it until the last minute. It's now the 7th, and everyone was predicting that the DLC was going to come out, well, middle of this month. Like, they've literally got roughly a week before it is considered the middle of the month, like the 15th. So, I don't know. Maybe it's some sort of out-of-season April Fool's joke and they're not actually doing DLC, but I don't know. And if it was a joke, then fair play to him. I'm all for it. I love jokes. I don't really want to do a retaining wall because it would be quite garish, I think, when you're standing in here. It wouldn't be too bad from the other side because you're not going to see it, but I think from this side I really need to be clever with what I'm using as a background. And then up here we'll do the building that you're going to be able to enter, or but if you don't know already, this is going to be like a personal project, so I'm not going to be making videos on this or anything like that. I might be doing like the odd stream here and there, but this is kind of just going to be my personal project. I'm franchising P.A.W.S, basically. I'm turning it into a series. Or like a... You know what I mean. It has a sequel. But also I'm well aware of the reputation that sequels have of being worse than the originals, so we'll see. But I mean, it's been what? When did I finish P.A.W.S? End of November? Because I was trying to get it done in time for a DLC, but I can't remember which DLC that was now that I think about it. The one with the sand cat, not the sand cat, the palace cat in. Zookeeper pack. I was trying to get it done before then, because then I could just add the animals in and then just do the finished details and then call it done. Don't like. Oh god, aligned to surface has been my absolute enemy in this habitat because of the inclines. But there's no backstory as of yet. I kind of like the idea of it being in the UK again, because obviously it'd be more akin to the whole Patricia Adkins story. But at the same time, I feel like people would want to see me maybe build something a bit different, but I don't feel like my last zoo really screamed England, you know? Apart from the flags that I was flying all over the place, and then you had like the post boxes and stuff like that. I think that's really the only tell that you had that it was in England. If I took those elements out, you probably would not know where in Europe it was built. Oh, I'm driving on the left. The correct side of the road. Outside of it, more than anything. Maybe it's because I'm a native Englishman and like I don't really pay much attention to those those things, you know. Back. Out. Add a quirk to this. Why not? And I'll put a tree in there and tower over the oak. Damn it. You know when you group something together and you like instantly regret it? That's kind of what I'm getting with this at the moment. I'm like, why did I group this? What possessed me to think that it was a cool idea to do that? Because now I can't select the pieces I want to make up the... I want that marquee beam at the bottom. Got it. I did it. Oh, okay. Hear me out. Hear me out. What if... we did something a bit like this? Oh. It's quite high, but I can adjust this. No worries. Thank you for being here, Lisa. I appreciate it. You're always so positive and hype about everything. It's like quite refreshing. It's nice. I mean, everyone's positive and hype, but... nice. Very nice. The community as a whole, to be honest with you, is like kind of goated. What if we use Gabon for the back? That looks kind of sick. I might lower it a bit. Because even if they can climb up here, like, who cares? They still can't get over that, like, second fence. What are you doing? Right. The climb proofing on this? Can you get a climb proof version? You can. Oh, we'll do that then as well. Nice bit of trim. But I'm going to move it away from the wall. Real. Thank you, Primal. Thank you as well. Like, you're always you're here for like most of the streams here, right? I wish I had demographics for everyone. Like, I wish I could click on people and see what their like visit rate is and stuff like that, and then give people the proper thanks that they like deserve, you know. obviously I'd want it to be a feature that would be something you could opt into, because not everybody would want that sort of information put out there. But your visit rate's high. I know yours is. You're like everywhere. I don't know how you do it, honestly. Which know a good amount of time during your yeah. I'll rate that. Ooh. Ooh. Actually really like this. Oh no. Oh no. It's quite... Ooh. I don't know. It does something very strangely nice to this habitat. Can't quite put my finger on it, but... Nettles or branches. Nettles will definitely feature. Nettles, underrated plant. I can't believe I'm saying it. Didn't know you could eat them as well until I watched Clarkson Farm, but... People make nettle soup, which is strange. I've never tried it, so I can't knock it. So, what else have we got? We've got some ash trees. Actually, no. I'm going to use poplars. Nettle cheese? Sorry? Who eats that? Is it the Danes? Only people that eat fish and yogurt would probably come up with something like that. Jimmy, this is for bears. You're correct. This is going to be... Bare necessities. Woo, we love a Disney reference. Please don't sue me. I was going to come up with like a theme song as well, but... Oh, that definitely would have got me cancelled. Walt Disney would have been unfrozen to personally come and come after me. Any nettle cheese is produced in Cornwall. I just associate Cornwall with scones. That's the correct pronunciation, by the way, as well. It's not scones. Sorry you're late. How dare you apologise for being late when it's a perfectly acceptable thing to do. Ooh, that's not on. I'm joking. Welcome in. How are you? Hope you're well. I don't know why I put on a farmer's accent then, but I did. I like this tree. This tree's doing a lot of heavy lifting here. And this wall. Butter me up. Buttercup. Can we add here? I haven't actually got any enrichment in the habitat yet, which probably would be a good idea to do. Don't ignore what Penguin Boy said. This information. Oh, they can use the beaver pool. That's cool. Maybe I could put a waterfall on the other side then. The rocks are recolorable, aren't they, on this? Because they're just like a collection of faux rocks. Right? Oh, hang on. Body color. Is that what? Yeah, they are. Good. Gaming. Right. What is pause to? It's bears. The bare necessities. I'm terrified of putting this logo up for too long because of Disney. Let's put that there. Hammock. I think the hammock come around this side somewhere. That would be a good idea. Oh, the foraging. Oh, that would be perfect around this side. Like here? If I can get it to stop aligning to surface. Yeah, I was like toying around with the idea. And I will admit, I tried getting some sort of image where it looked like two bears cuddling to make the bee, but it was so ineligible. I couldn't really, I knew what it was trying to say because obviously I was like creating the logo. So for me, my brain automatically was creating the image I wanted. But when I actually put it on the picture and tried to do it, it just looked wrong. So I scrapped that idea and just thought, so that we're going to go for like a... It looks like a book cover, really. Or like a kids TV program. No? Question, actually. I'm gonna Google it very quick. What sort of bear was Yogi Bear? What sort of bear was Winnie the Pooh? Oh, he was a brown bear. Doesn't specify what sort of bear. Just says brown bear. I assume it's a grizzly bear because he was in the US, right? Officer Dibble. What kind of bear was Pooh Bear? Actually, now that I mean, he was a teddy bear, right? An anthropomorphic teddy bear. Yeah. And then, yeah, Paddington was a spectacle bear. Or Andean bear. Go by the same name. Some bears in a one. Unique to it, the hanging mat. Yeah, the hammock. Yeah, we've got it around here. It's very funky, though, because it can't be on an angle. I think even if I put path down and make it so that it's flat, I don't think they interact with it properly. Because I don't think I ever saw the clouded leopards use it in P.A.W.S. So for that reason, I'm hesitant to use it on this side of the habitat because they just won't use it. I'll put this one down here, though. Actually, I might go with the traditional scratching post. And then recolor it. What color should we have on this? For a sun bear, like a brown and an orange. Beautiful. Chef's kiss. Ugh. Such a Planet Zoo inspo drought. You still... I don't know what you were doing last time. I remember you spoke about the roofing. Just makes you want to build. What if I set everyone a challenge? Like what we're saying about another like build challenge. Oh, the chimes, of course. The chimes. So we'll put the chimes around here as well, I think. Just because, why not? The bedding can go in the air indoor bit. Have they not got any like food enrichment items other than the bamboo feeder? I don't really like these frozen fruit blocks because I wish that they... Oh, I don't know. Like a frozen fruit. God, it will use it. Countries set in England. We don't have like a location for it, but it would make sense from like a lore perspective that it's in England again, right? Because it's another Patricia Adkins sanctuary. But I was debating about whether the last one actually screamed England or not, but apparently it was more English than I thought, according to some. Oh, so what if we did like a challenge for... I could do a challenge for the grizzly bear. Because I don't really want to build 2 grizzly bear habitats. Do a pause for it, I should definitely do primates. I would love to. Let me say that much. I would love to. But climbing in this game is so janky that I think it would look... I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to do like a proper service to them. And I mean, how many monkeys have we even got in the game, right? There's actually quite a few. I think they're probably like this. They overtake the cats maybe in terms of how many there is. Because all of the lemurs are technically considered primates, but they could all share one habitat, so meh, it is what it is, you know. You would die if you did all the primates. I just don't like the climbing. I just think that it needs so much refinement if there's a Planet Zoo 2. It's why I'm glad that they never did birds, because if the flying animations were as janky as the climbing animations, then it would just be so off-putting. I think that the deep diving and the swimming in this game is a lot more flushed out, and therefore I would rather have some sort of marine-based animals instead. You know, whenever they've done penguins, I think they've looked really good, you know, when they're swimming. Props to them. But there's nothing more junky than... Thank you, Astrid. No worries. Take care. I hope you're good. Basically, no love in the game. I love them. I love orangutans. I think they're one of my favourite animals, you know. And I think the fact that bonobos are like our... I think they're considered our closest relative in terms of great apes, or like apes in general. And the fact that they're the only ones that can feel empathy. Apparently. I don't know how you measure empathy. I'm not sure what the scale is for it, but... You know, but... I just wish that the climbing was better, you know? Which is why when I was doing P.A.W.S, there wasn't really many... I could have done more climbing, I think, for the clouded leopard, but... And the snow leopard as well. I probably would have done more climbing, but I just wanted basic log beams that they would walk across, because it gave them that climbing element, but it wasn't disassociating, you know? The Palace's cat barely used theirs. They just used to jump on, off and on everything. Hibiscus is like whiteface Sarkies could be cool to build for. Maybe I'll build a whiteface. When the DLC drops, should we do like a launch day stream, and I'll build a habitat for the whiteface Sarky. Oh, see, I forgot about these as well. Siamangs and Gibbons. How could I forget about them? Oh, God. So good. Chimpanzees. Obviously, we built for these in Elkhorn. Not Elkhorn, Stafford. But I barely look at them. I feel like I spend most of my time looking at the elephants and rhinos in Stafford, because of their like yard is like crazy. I need to... I was going to work on the perimeter, but here I am doing more grass and rock work. It's cool. I should really lay out a building as well back here. Ooh. Out of a random material for now. Why is that? Oh, good grief. Okay. Okay. Oh no. Why is that joined to that? No. Okay. Don't ever do that again. Can't wait for May. Your blackbirds and wolves are getting... We can't lose space in a year and a half. Oh, nice. Here we go. Then that. Oh, one. Just joking. April Fools again. God's sake. Okay. Both sides. We go. Right, what can I put? These, they look a bit plain along there, but we haven't really got any other like thin. Pieces of foliage. So I might just scatter some pea shrubs in. So we're going to have two separate holding pens for them. And then one will be able to go in here, one will be able to go in here. Or, ultimately, I can bring them out a bit further and we'll have like a corridor here and then they go in via that corridor. Does that make sense? If I steal that. And snapping on. I think I might do this. If we have a corridor that comes along and then they can, like, one can go in here, one can go in here. And then it means that this can be... This is just like a placeholder. This is just like me spacing it out more than anything else. Or I have like a smaller holdings like segment. And then this is where they would both actually sleep, maybe. I don't know. I want to get the actual habitat done first. Oh, I don't want to do more indoors than I have to. Oh. Bad enough I'm doing one, but I'm probably going to end up doing like half of the bears with indoor segments. Ugh. Okay, I need another tree back here somewhere. So I'm going to get another. Aleppo. And then another oak. I'll pop it there. It's like a backdrop. There we go. Whoosh. I think another thing that really swung me toward bears is that there aren't many North American varieties. Obviously, we've got the grizzly bear, and the American black bear is just like a rumor, really, more than anything else. So it means I can build heavily themed like Asia sections for the panda or for the Himalayan brown bear, or do something cool for the sloth bear as well. There's a lot of cool possibilities, given how like well distributed bears are across the globe. I'm just going to go for a... Oh, you can't wait for this Arky Monkey? Nice! Is that the main one from the pack you're looking forward to? Or are you tempted to build for the other stuff? I still am interested in which flamingo they bring into the game, because... God, I hope it's the American flamingo. They're just so much more, like, vibrant colour. They're probably the closest thing we're going to get to a Scarlet Ibis in this game, and I know that's like something that actually would make Barrow upset, but just that deep pink red would just be so good. What I think would be the two? Well, I am of the camp that believes that the American black bear will be one of them, just because it's sort of minimal effort. You know, they can just retexture the bear shell, but at the same time, I don't know. I'm swinging toward a Latin America pack. But then at the same time, Latin America is just another South America pack. So it could just be an Americas pack. So it could just be like a cross between the two. So the Kawati and the black bear are like my two guesses if I was to just take like a punt at them. I know a lot of people aren't too like sure about us getting a Kawati, because obviously in the teaser image that Frontier showed, they showed the Coyote. That's the only one they've actually shown us the model for. But it's not like these teaser images have ever been like akin to what's like the best animal in the pack, you know? Like the Eurasia pack, right? They picked the Vesant. But that pack also had the Wolverine. Let's have a look. Where is it? At the Wolverine. People wanted that for absolutely ages, but they never made it like the landmark animal. Like even I'm watching the trailer now. So they show off the Vesant. They show off the Wild Boar. They show off the Swan. Very cool, by the way. They show off the Tarkin. The Herman's Tortoise. Oh, this is the launch trailer. Wrong trailer. It's the wrong one to pick. So they show the Vesant, obviously, but we knew about that because of the teaser art. The Wild Boar. Oh, it does show the Wolverine. Damn it. Okay. Well, we haven't had the launch trailer anyway, so we don't know. But you know my point? Like, it's not as if the animal that they've teased in the images or is anything to go by. What else have we had? The Arid Animal Pack showed the camel. I was never really, like, that interested in the camel. But obviously, you've got... This had, like, the Dharma Gazelle and the Adax. I was very much here for them. Oh, no. Oh, the Porcupine. Very much here for the Porcupine for that pack. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like these teaser images are not really a good representation of what they actually want us to see. And I get that. That's cool. It's really good because I'd rather there be some sort of element of surprise still involved. I think just all your excitement maybe kind of not bubbles out, but you sort of just get it all out before the pack's even out. Okay. Flybird. I am against the idea of flying birds in this well, this iteration of Planet Zoo. Save it for Planet Zoo 2. And my reasoning for that literally is because I think that the climbing is awful, and I don't think that they will be able to do flying a disservice as well. And also, if they do say one more pack and they make it a bird pack and it's going to have 7 animals, how on earth do you pick 7 species of bird out of all species that exist in the world? Because it would just, I think that would upset more people than it would, like, please. Because their favourite bird would be missing. You know, I would want... To be fair, the bird that I want in the game isn't actually... I don't think it can fly. I think it's like a just... Well, it can fly, but they could do it in a similar vein as what they have for the peacock and everything else, and that's the lyrebird. Oh dear, what am I selecting? There we go. Secretary bird. Yep, again. Could just be done very similarly to how the cranes are. Rocks. Do you have more penguins in future? I'm surprised Humboldt penguins aren't in the game because they're like the most common species that I think you see in zoos. Well, in the UK they are anyway. Like, and I'm pretty sure the ones I saw in Germany were Humboldt penguins as well. But Humboldt's right. Very cool. Oh, good grief. Please. A rock hopper, true. Something different with like the little I don't even know what to call them. They're like superhero spectacles. But rock hopper's a huge shout. I don't think you ever find them in zoos, but I think Adelie penguins are like extremely like cool as well. Very aggressive. Good grief. Carpenter, why would you do that to me? I'm an old man. My ticker ain't what it used to be. I'd separate that. Okay. God damn it. Oh, God. I'm such a child. A fart will never get me, like, not make me laugh. My Instagram feed at the moment as well is like full of these like guess my fart videos where people go up to their partner and they're like, "Oh, guess my fart," and then they like guess what it's gonna be, and like sometimes they're scarily accurate. Not gonna lie. So, God, if I get to a point in my life where someone does that for me, then I know I've like struck gold. How are you, Carpenter? How you diddling on this Monday afternoon, evening, whatever it might be for you in your neck of the woods? Whoa, it's is that the Pachacamac Planet Zoo Extraordinaire? Builder of Tiergarten Edelwarden. I butchered that. Whoa, what a pronunciation. My German ancestors would be proud. Okay, that's good. Good. What am I doing? I am building P.A.W.S 2. Woo! Electric Boogaloo. It's gonna be bears, Patcher. Look, bear necessities. I'm doing a bear zoo. I spent ages coming up with this design. Like, I wanted it to be more tailored for kids, so this like bottom font is obviously more akin to it's like paint, kind of. And then that way I can associate a colour with each bear, you know. Which I could also figure out now on stream, because I don't really know. I know that I want the blue to be a polar bear, the darker blue. We do that now. Polar bear. I have to use this because we don't have a sign for the polar bear. Grizzly bear. Sloth bear. Spectacle bear. Panda. Some bear. Grizzly bear. And then I guess we'll just use this for the full motion black bear. That's all of them, right? 8. There's 8. And then potentially a... Actually, no. We'll use this as the Himalayan brown bear. Wait. There's 9. Himalayan, grizzly, full motion, sun bear, panda. Oh, damn it. So now I need another bear thing. This. Oh, damn it. There's 9. Polar bear. Wait, I've done the grizzly bear twice. And this will be the American black bear, if it's in. Seven? What do you mean there's only 7? Don't tell me pandas aren't bears, because they're listed as bears on the wiki. They literally fall under the Ursidae family. Check the Zoopedia. There's 8. There's 8. Polar bear. Type in bear, but panda doesn't come doesn't come up when you type in bear. But panda's still got the Ursidae family. There's 8. So, polar bear I want to be blue. Blue, blue. We'll do all the ones that are definitely in the game first, because I'm not going to do like a hypothetical like black bear colour that could be better suited to another animal for it to then not be in the game. Or I could just be like very simple Simon about this and just go, oh yeah, black bear. Ha, guess what? Black. Right, what are we doing for this one? This is going to be like a blue, but I want it to be like a darker blue. So I like this. This is what I'm thinking for the polar bear. About the koala bear. The koala bear is a... Is it a marsupial? He's got a pouch. No, it's under some other weird... Right, so blue for the polar bear. I kind of want to go red for the panda because red is what I associate as being China. Even though you can't make this red because of the stupid... This looks more orange to me. Unless my colour blindness is kicking in. But yeah, this is red. But red is like what I'd associate as being like China. Grizzly bear. Go with like a light brown. Like this. The Formosan black bear is an interesting one. Because obviously it's in Asia. Specifically Thailand. Reticle green. I was thinking like a green. But I maybe want to like up the brightness a bit so it's not as... Definitely need a yellow, but I think yellow I can do for the sun bear, right? Because it's... I mean... The sun isn't yellow, but... I'm thinking pink. Like this. Just because it's a bit more vibrant. And, you know, I need a bit of vibrancy here. We've pretty much got the rainbow covered at this point as well. Apart from orange. But the problem I've got is I don't want to use orange if it's too close to red. And then, like, certain shades of orange look too close to this brown that we're using for the purple. Could do. And then Himalayan brown bear. Himalayan brown bear. White? Given that it's, like... in the mountains, and they're like the Himalayas are snow-top mountains. Even though white would maybe make more sense for a polar bear. Or do we swap these two around? Polar bear white and the Himalayan brown bear blue. I think teal could be a good colour for the sloth bear. Unless we... Oh, I could change this to a teal, actually, because... I don't know. That's quite like that. An icy colour, yeah, right? That's what I'm thinking. But I like this contrast, because at the end of the day, right, if we don't get an American black bear, who really is going to care if we, like, if I have to get rid of black, so be it. It's not going to, I don't think it's going to affect the dynamic of the colours we've got going on. But maybe we've got too many bright colours. Maybe we can do with, like, darkening some of these up. Maybe this brown can be darkened up a bit. Because these are all very pastel at the moment. I think that's probably the word I would... Grey for the Himalayan brown bear? Not a bad shout. It'd help not confuse it with the blue, the icy blue. And if we're going darker with the brown, then we don't have to worry about it matching with that either. Although this is like a brown. Why has it got like a brown tinge to it? Need some red. I mean, this is supposed to be red. This is supposed to be red. It's about as red as we can get it. You know, like the bar is... Never mind, no, it's not. Ignore me. Stop it. I'm colorblind. Actually, don't bully me because I will sue you. I want this to be a bit more yellow. Like more of a purple. So what if we make this a bit lighter? Please. And then darken the green a bit. You know what would probably help is if I actually made them go in like some sort of rainbow pattern as well. Yeah, I think this is... I think we have a nice mix here. I think I'm going to tweak this blue a little bit. Ooh, 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 ooh. There we go. Yes, the polar bears are going to be in a house. They are going to be in the middle, probably, most likely. I think they're going to be like my big ticket animal, as it were. I don't know who the big ticket animal was in P.A.W.S 1. I think yellow's a bit pale. That is a lighting one though, because I think I've tried to get this as yellow as it can be. Probably didn't use the best piece in the world because certain pieces make colours that washed out. Less than ideal. Thank you, Patcher. I'll gander after the stream. There we go. Go. Log. I do like this retaining wall with the combination of like kush, 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 kush. And then this is going to go around. Oh, I don't want a 7 meter path. I want. Whoops. Okay. Which bear is this for? This is going to be the sun bear one. Because out of all of them, they're the one I'm the least excited to build for. So I was like, to get them out of the way, I don't have to then bother with any climbing structures. I can just focus on pandas. The pandas are probably going to have some climbing bits, but not as much as this. Sunbear standard will not be tolerated. They're mid. They're awful. What do we do back here? Maybe I'll just leave it as it is, to be honest with you. Doesn't necessarily need to have anything in it. Green. Green. Fish. Tomorrow will be a good day. Why is that? I'm off work tomorrow, so it's already a good day. Or do you know something we don't? You know something we don't. Hatcher's broken his NDA. Everybody, get him. Just a feeling. Get him, everyone. He's broke his NDA. Get him. Take care, Penguin. It makes sense. I did think this, Patcher, because obviously, like, if they're going to be releasing it for the quote-unquote middle of the month, let's say that being the 15th, because the 15th is a Tuesday, and that's usually when they do their DLCs, like 15th, 16th. Let me have a gander at the calendar, so I'm not making a fool of myself. But the 15th is on a Tuesday. It makes sense. Because otherwise the next day isn't until like the 22nd, which I would argue is like more toward the tail end of the month than the middle of the month, but oh, right, okay. Yeah, this is then going to swing around and then we'll have like another bit here for them. The week before Easter. True, Easter on the Easter Monday on the 20 something, 21st. Yes. Oh god, this side needs so much more. Oh, this needs so much work on this side. God, this is like. Have you ever seen that thing on The Simpsons, like, or the meme of The Simpsons where like Homer's really thin? This is what it's like, and then when you go around the back, it's like all just like the pegs all lay on his back where he's holding his fat back. Christ's sake. Yeah, let's just look at it from this side. We're not going to look at it from the back. Ugh. Oh, Jesus. Nice. Okay. I'm going to end soon, though, because it's actually later than I thought. Time flies when you're having fun. But yeah, so that's the plan so far. Like, this will be a corridor that goes up to the staff building for the Sun Bears. And then on this side, we'll do a habitat for something else. But that's going to be, like, obviously another bear. But I don't even know what the next one will be. Maybe the sloth bear? I think you put everything in plan to do for like 3 to 4 weeks. Slack in, to be fair. When it means that when you come back, hopefully it'll be a bit more. Hopefully you have like a renewed vibe for whatever you're building for. Whispering Woods. Emily Kate, welcome in. This is for the Sun Bear. Shocked? Tell me about it. Actually, she can have a free pass from me because I think in that 3 to 4 week period she did tour pause. Get a cheeky snapshot. Nope, I don't want the plaster in the bottom of the image. Bad enough that there's zero animation to me. Yeah. Bless you. You haven't opened Planet Z since the 16th of February. All these slackers. Call yourself Planet Zoo fans. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Background noise is nice. I would accuse you of saying that you just wanted to find out what P.A.W.S 2 was going to be, but you already knew, so you were like literally one of 2 people. So I can't throw that at you. You open it every day and burn yourself out. You think this is smarter than you? Like, the last time I had, like... I will admit... Well, it wasn't really burnout, but it was more... The arc just took the reins. I can't remember the last time I had, like, a proper burnout from Planet Zoo. Probably was last year, actually, when I took that, like, 3-month break from P.A.W.S. I'll do a very quick swing by Elkhorn, just so I can update you on that. I don't think much has changed, though, from Elkhorn from when I last showed you. But I can bring everyone up to speed then that way.
You alright, mate?
You can't park there, sir. You alright, mate? You never had a proper burnout? I was going to say, didn't you get a burnout with, Don't tell me the name of it. I still remember the name of it, even though you haven't been in that file for ages. What's the name of Patches officer? Come on, quick, type it in chat and I'll pretend I didn't see it. What, Jamelia? Are you kidding? No, the other one. The one that's been going since day one. Thank you for shouting out. The Patcher. My OBS is like absolutely flidding out right now. Like my Twitch chat window in OBS is like flashing multicolored. And I have no idea why. Is that because of the overlay of the Patcher follow thing? No, it's just being weird. It's just OBS probably tanking. My PC. Right. Anyway, but yeah, this is where we're at with this. Raven Creek. Yeah, that's not so much burnout as opposed to you just can't run the file very well because... But this is like the vibe I was trying to go for, you know, with this. Like, I just wanted the bear to be walking along the waterfalls as if he was salmon fishing. I still feel like maybe this fence is a bit too tall. If I like lower this a little bit. I can't lower it too much because then it's like clipping in. You know? But this water is extremely shallow, hence the reason that this beauty is allowed to run around up and down here. I wanted to get the... So there's a video of... My inspiration was this video. You can probably find it on YouTube, and it's of this mother who's running around with her cub trying to find a fishing spot, and they keep like getting pushed away from the best spot. So she goes down the river, and there's like these rocks that are like really quite precarious, and she has to cross at this spot, and the cub can't really do it all that well. And it's kind of based on that. So like the edge of the rocking of these rivers is quite steep in some places. Alfred, you missed it, sir. The announcement. The weird looking dogs. Turns out they're not dogs. Turns out they're bears. I apologise. I have betrayed you. But yeah. I think this has like a similar vibe to what we've got going on at the bison habitat as well, you know. I think that's another thing. I just wanted to be a bit more cohesive. And even when you look down there, like the way it just like slumps down. This needs addressing. I don't know why this is so bad. This looks like fine, but this... ugly rock formation needs addressing, and that will like tie this bit together. I would argue that the view down the waterfalls is actually kind of better than the view up the waterfalls. Let's go now. Still the secret stuff to do for tomorrow. Thank you. Take care. Thank you for breaking your NDA for us. We appreciate it. If I say this, and then like the bear on this angle is like a very sick view. No, not snow. No, no, stop it. Stop, no snow, not allowed. Right. Anyway, I think that's me done. So while I let stream finish out, should we just like watch an animal? Who do we want to watch? While I say my bye-byes. Who have we got over here? The peccaries, maybe? If there's any left. I think they all died because franchise. Brutal. Oh no, there's one here. Although this one's probably dead. Oh no, starving. How are you starving? Where are my keepers? There's a literal feeder here, for Christ's sake. Oh, this is why I like Sandbox. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't have to worry about all of this like nonsense. I think all my foxes are dead as well. Probably because of the same stupid problem. Oh. No, you can't see any foxes. Franchise. My longevity mod used to work in this game mode, and now it doesn't. So I'm guessing they've done something to like patch it out so that you can't use it, which is kind of BS because I still don't really like the idea of 5 times being the slowest that you can do the game for aging. When you've got people in this game that don't know how to price animals and they try and fleece you for 10,000 credits for one animal, and you then get that animal and it dies in 5 minutes, then it leaves a bit of a bitter taste in your mouth. It's got to be said. So the fact that I could actually get some usage out of those animals was appreciated. But I guess no fun's allowed. No fun allowed. I think that's part of the reason why I just have been not wanting to use these. Like, I have this albino gorilla. Look at it. 83s across the board. Albino male gorilla. 16 years old, which... Right. They can live till they're 41. I've still got years left on them. And I just don't want to put them in and just lose them, because it'll be kind of, like, sucky. I don't know what else I've got in here. Some snow leopards. Like a white tiger. Again, cats don't really live that long in this game. Especially like the snow leopards and stuff. They live for about 10 years. And that goes quick. Well, I say it goes quick. This zoo is in the year 98. And this is like really old. Got a load of Himalayan brown bears. How do you set up? I'll send you something after I'm done. It's literally really straightforward. Like, it doesn't take a rocket science. I find this Formosan black bear is called Dong Dong. I find that the biggest obstacle with it is the YouTube side of it. I just, especially with like how, and it's not like, I'm not throwing shade at Gunther's Discord, but like the way that the bot shouts out the streams and stuff is like really kind of poor. But it's not meant for that. I get that. It's meant for It's meant for videos, you know. So when someone schedules a stream and it then comes up and then they start a stream, it comes up like sometimes it will announce something that I don't want it to announce, or it will give it the wrong title because it's a bit ahead of itself, or it's a bit janky with that. But other than that, it's like pretty straightforward, you know. Lovely. Right, anyway. Where can I look? That way? That's what it will go to the bison while I say my goodbyes. We'll go to the waterfall side. Who doesn't love the waterfall? I know exactly where we're going to stand. Right here. Is that a dead pronghorn? Probably. Yep. How did you die? Of starvation? If you died of starvation, I am actually going to lose my nut because there are keeper huts everywhere. Good grief, I absolutely hate franchise. It's a wet excuse of a game mode. Right. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hype of this new announcement. Thank you for like helping me with the color coordination and immediate feedback and stuff like that. So like I say, Bare Necessities is probably going to be like just my personal project, but I'll like capture it on stream whenever I can. I'm going to go and fleece Hatcher now to find out if the black bear is coming. Because then I can like maybe schedule in a stream for when I do that habitat and try and spread it out in a good manner. But thank you. Peace out. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Have a good rest of your day. Bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye, Noah. Sorry. I'm sorry. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye.